Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Midnight Ride. And this is not the Midnight Ride with the Sanderson sisters. It's the Midnight Ride with Grayman Prepping. How is everybody doing out there? And how'd you like me sneaking the Sanderson sisters in there? All righty. Let me go over here to the chat. I'm trying to keep up on other things while I'm doing stuff in here, commenting on the YouTube side, but let's see who else in there. First one in here was Mad Chick Acres, followed by Walt Rogers, then Shadow Scout Swede, then Brenda at Duncan 1900 Homestead, then CR from north of the border. Suzanne Gallet is here, Phelan Clan Wolf. Aiden, blah, 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 get my tongue untied. Aiden Ear is here from across the pond. Uncle Al's in the house. Man, sorry. Sore throat and everything else, and tongue that doesn't want to cooperate. Did I catch? Yeah, I did mention Suzanne Gallet up above. Okay, let's see here. Our Cabin in the Woods, welcome. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, welcome. And I am caught up. Oh man. If you haven't been watching my exercise videos, you notice today I didn't do it. I wasn't exercising on the video because every time I start to try to exercise, I get be on there for about 2-3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes, all of a sudden, oh, Montezuma. Had to take off to the bathroom. Hey, Shawnee, how's it going? So I just explained everything and gave a quick little your prep for day at the end, like I normally do. So the bonus is who can guess what my prep for my prep for the day, but your prep for the day was this morning. All right, let me go ahead and get this down. I need to escape out of there, bring that down, and bring this up so I can hurry through this thing tonight. Try to get all the craziness out of the way here. Yeah, see our prep for today. Yeah. All right. 2, 4, 6, 8. All right, I got 10 news articles here to go over real quick. Some are going to be really simple. Some of them not so much. And I forgot to do something here. So I need to get that open and open up. Where'd I put it? Come on, I know I did it. Saved it specifically for you guys. There it is. And I gotta get this prepped. It ain't gonna work unless I have this prepped here. Okay, so back on February 9th, that would have been last Friday, the first news article in was, this is from California, all right, San Francisco Bay Area. Florida lands a stolen plane on a peninsula beach. Arrested. And then underneath the photo for the that came on the email, I'll just show it to you real quick. There's a beach, nothing on it. But underneath it it says, investigators allege a Florida man stole a plane from Palo Alto Airport and made a successful beach landing Thursday evening. I don't know about you, but that don't look too successful to me. Their definition of successful and my definition of successful are two different things. Hey, Prepper for the Ages, how's it going? Hey, checked off. All right, so let me get rid of that picture now. All right, next one here. This was also on last Friday. Alert: over 5,000 without power in new Contra Costa County outages. And this was across the highway from my wife. My wife maintained power across the highway in the newer section. By newer, I mean that was all built back in the 70s. And they were without power for a couple days. And here's a good piece of news. Murder rape suspect from 1970s identified using DNA. Yep, they got the dude finally. He killed a couple of women and raped them and stuff, and they finally picked up his DNA and confirmed, we got you, dude. All right, let's see. Sunday, power restored to 5,000 in Contra Costa County. All right, see. And then Sunday was it Sunday or was that Monday? The 12th. On the 12th, it's storm puts a bullseye on upcoming 3-day weekend. So the 12th was Monday. So that's coming this weekend coming up. The 3-day President's Day weekend has a big storm heading to California. And about 3 days after it hits California, it'll be possibly hitting us in Idaho. And then it'll be working its way across the country again. Now here's one for yesterday. Romance scam. Sorry, my throat's really killing me. Romance scams. Warning: FBI, FTC offer tips to avoid scams, and it says avoid $1.3 billion scam, singular, but it's scams that you get into the article. And just warning people about, just because you start getting all these cutesy things on Facebook and stuff, someone trying to connect with you, if they're not doing it in person, really be leery of it. And they said the average scam was $7,000 last year, and with a total of $1.3 billion for the entire United States of Valentine's Day scams. And so, yeah, so that's that one. Let's see here. Oh, and this one had me, whoa, crap, not again. So I'm going to use the code words on this one. The Red Dragon isolation guidelines changing, report says. What it means in California and the rest of the nation. So let me jump into the story here, because this one, it's usually because they just eased everything. Am I going, great? They're going to tighten everything up again because they need to control everyone, and they want everyone to do mail-in ballots so they can sleight of hand. All right. So that was the headline, the main headline. The sub-headline right under says the CDC plans to ease its 5-day isolation guidance for people who test positive for the Red Dragon. Here's what to know in California. And so basically, let's see, let's go through it here. Currently, the CDC encourages all people, regardless of the jab status, which doesn't work at all, to isolate themselves from others for 5 days when they have the Red Dragon. According to the Washington Post, the update guidelines will say isolation is unnecessary once a person has a fever, has been fever-free for 24 hours and their symptoms are mild or improving. Yeah, I remember when they said, "Oh, you're still contagious for 10 days after your fever goes down," is what they were saying before. Uh, and so that's basically what they're talking about there, and that's going out nationwide for the Red Dragon there. All right, this one is getting friggin' out of hand, and I'm really not believing all the way this is working. Listeria, okay, more products recalled as Listeria outbreak continues. Wait a minute, aren't they clean? Aren't these factories being shut down, cleaned up, and everything else? First, it was just fruits and vegetables, mainly fruits, and then it became mainly lettuces from the same places. And it's like, dudes, they were sold out of the fruit, and they were telling people to throw away fruit that was 3 months old. I don't know about you, but we don't keep fruit in our house 3 months. And then the same thing with lettuces. Now they're talking about cheeses. This is not the same outbreak, and to me, it's screaming of, oh, we're going to do what we did in 2020 and just freak everybody out. So basically, they're talking about going through the whole story here, so I can actually get the right information to you guys. All right, taco and corn bites products sold at Costco, Sprouts, Lucky, Statler Brothers were recalled as part of a nationwide listeria outbreak. Gee, if you grew stuff at home and grew your own vegetables and stuff and had your own animal, yeah, okay, you know where I'm going on that one. You wouldn't be in it. So 3 taco kits, a sandwich, and corn dog bites sold at Costco, the Sprouts, Lucky's, and other retailers have been recalled. In several states, have been recalled as a nationwide multi-year listeria outbreak. Multi-year listeria outbreak that has sickened 26 people and left 2 dead. Multi-year. Well, if it's multi-year, they're not doing their job in containing it and stopping those facilities from shipping stuff out the next year if they're not clean. And this is a different food company altogether. Actually, the food companies listed have not been listed in any of part of the listeria outbreak before. So, yeah, eat healthy, keep your immune system up, try to grow your own food, and don't be buying the stuff at the deli things and the prepackaged refrigerated stuff ready to be fixed up and go. Hey, Idaho Garden Girl, how's it going? And Mark's checked in with his Chef Tech 86 as well as Mad Chick Acres. All right. Yeah, and these are ones with use by dates of February 9th to February 16th. So, yeah, to me, they're just screwing around. They're using this thing saying, oh, now this is infected. This is contaminated. Oh, now this is contaminated. It's not the same friggin' outbreak. And I bet most of the stuff that they're saying is contaminated isn't that contaminated across the country. All right, last 2 items. Immigration court opens in Concord, California for deportation cases. About friggin' time. I know the Great Nuisance was fighting this tooth and nail because he didn't want to have a deportation court in California other than the one in San Francisco that they can harass. So now they set one out in Concord where a lot of the undocumented friggin' illegal aliens work as the point going off into the Central Valley. All right, and the last one is And this one is so friggin' stupid. It's so woke, it's dead. All right, so let me get in here. Okay, so there's a name change for the Animal Rescue Foundation in California. Animal Rescue Foundation, ARF. It's been known, ARF has been known for years. They changed it. They have all these logos and stuff. ARF, ARF. All right, it's now becoming Joy-Bound People and Pets. Oh, we're joy-bound now. Oh, we're so woke. Yeah. Now all the logos they got to redo, all their little pamphlets, everything they got to toss out all the old ARF stuff, do all the new joy-bound peoples and pets, peoples and pets. Yeah, you got that one right. So the name Joy-Bound reflects our long-standing commitment to forming and supporting strong human-animal bonds. Well, this is because ARF has had so much legal stuff with executives stealing money from them, and ARF has such a bad name now. They're not trying, instead of trying to fix the name, they're just going to sweep it under the rug and change the name to Joy-Bound People and Pets. Woo! Yeah, they did. All righty, so that's all the news there. Let me get back over here, make sure everything here is cleaned up, ready to go. Okay, good. Got that done. Let me see if any amazing stuff has popped in here. Nope. Sometimes while I'm doing this, I'll get an afros. I get a late night email and some other little thing, that tidbit that popped up, but not tonight. All righty, so yeah, all pets from are supposed to have their shots and have a chip implanted in them, so they can tell the owners, well, your dog has a chip, you need to get a chip too. That way Mr. Gates can track you wherever. Hey, Moon over Miami. All right, so I'm going to deviate from the norm here, and I'm getting ready to drop this down here, or once I start this. I got all these friggin' notifications popping up, blocking on my action stuff. Alrighty, so I just put out a video today for Camp Patton Family Compound, and it's something that actually preppers should be doing. And somebody gave me a link on a for a hashtag for all my videos related to this topic. So I went back through all my videos and added that hashtag to it. And because I took a look at it, that hashtag has 259 channels in it with only 852 videos. Well, I just put another 60 videos in there. So basically, it was an average of 1.5 videos per channel in there, and I just put in a friggin' boatload. All right, so what am I talking about here? Let me go ahead and drop this for those that want to come up here and talk about this stuff. I'm talking seeds. Oh, yes, the green screen is hiding the lettuce. There's the carrots. I got 2 things of carrots. We got navy beans. We got watermelons. We got honeydew. Cantaloupe, a different type cantaloupe, a different type cantaloupe. Yes, our grandkids love cantaloupe. We got cauliflower and more lettuce. You can't see it because it's green. And we got cabbage. This cabbage is a little bit darker, so it kind of shows up. Guys, need to, if you're not growing a garden, which I see a lot of the people in here do grow gardens, Brenda, CR, some of those I'm not sure of. If, grow a garden. And here's Uncle Al trying to come in. Oh, he's got the wheel of death. Yes, stuff made it. There he comes, and pin the link there. And here comes Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, part of the reason why I got on this, I've been, feeling really the last couple of days, and today really bad. So I just sat in here most of the day, sipping on water and just watching different YouTube videos. I've caught up and I've binge watched all of the Fat Electrician's videos, and I about peed and pooped myself laughing so hard and making a mad dash to the bathroom because he is downright funny. If you guys don't know who the Fat Electrician is, you got to check him out. Two of his videos specifically, one on Dan Daly and the other one on Lamont. Well, Dan Daly is the most badass gangster Marine in U.S. history. He was in the Marines about 6 months, and was on board a ship, and that ship got called over to China for the Boxer Rebellion, and he was left with at this pavilion thing with all the refugees they're bringing in, while the other ones went out to try to find what happened to the relief that was coming, and he was left there alone. In the morning, he'd killed over 200 of these Boxer rebellionists that were trying to kill all the foreigners, and he got awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor for making a stand by himself all night long and killing all these guys. Then later on, I forget what it was, he got a second Congressional Medal of Honor. Then in World War I, when the Germans were coming across, I forget the name of the field, out of the forest, and there was the Army, the Marines, the British, and the French lined up there. They stopped them, and then, French go, we're going to go back to Paris, and we're going to wait for them there because they're going to be really pissed off that we stopped them, And the head of the Marines goes, retreat, hell, we just got here. Well, anyway, he led 10 days in, he got tired of this back and forth stuff, and he stood up and he goes, come on, you SOBs, you want to live forever, follow me. And they charged him in 16 days. They routed the Germans. Led by this first sergeant, and just went right through the Germans. Like the Germans didn't know what happened. They retreated way back. And so
that's Bella Woods, folks. Bella Woods. That's where the Marines routed.
Yeah, that was it. And so everybody up his chain of command, everybody, all the Marine, up to the Joint Chiefs and stuff, approved his third Congressional Medal of Honor, and Congress goes, no, we don't care if he earns it. We don't want him getting multiple things. And so they denied him, but they gave him the Navy Cross and something else. And then a month later, they put a new law in place that military people can only earn one Congressional Medal of Honor. You can have all the Purple Hearts you want, but you can only get one Congressional Medal of Honor. And they did this because of him, because he was going to get his third Congressional Medal of Honor. And they go, oh, we can't have that. No, we can't do that.
Right. And earlier part, in the Peking part, they made a movie with David Niven, 55 Days in Peking. They showed the guy killing 200 Boxer Chinese with Lee Enfield rifle. That's what the Navy was using at the time.
Yeah, he had a rifle, but he had a machine gun there, and he ran
yeah.
when his machine gun ran out, and he was trying to reload. He had to switch to the rifle till he had a break where he could reload the machine gun. But
It
anyways,
was
that's Dan Daly, the most gangster Marine ever. And when
yeah,
the fat electrician does it, you're laughing your butt off the entire time because this guy is a natural stand-up comic sitting behind his desk talking about this.
right. But what Daly for what the fat electrician forgot, he was firing a Colt potato digger because it was, yeah, it's Colt potato digger, and that's one of the horrible machine gun ever made by Browning because it had a little lever in the front to
Yeah.
fire the rounds. Yeah. And he killed 200 people with it. That was amazing.
Yeah, and the Marines could hear the Marines that went out. They found the relief Marines, but it was dark. It was getting dark now, so they set up a little encampment there to protect themselves during the night. And they could hear the machine gun firing going on, and all the screaming and yelling. All of a sudden, the machine gun firing is getting less and less and less, and it stops. Then there's a couple shots with the rifle. There's some more machine gun firing, and it stops altogether. And they go, "Oh crap! Private so and so's dead." But when they got back there, come back there, he's leaning up against the thing and leaning on his machine gun, smoking his pipe. Hey guys, so cool and gangster, and the way Fat Electrician talks about it is just absolutely funny. But yeah, if you want some good history from World War One, well, from World War One and beyond that, the Fat Electrician. He has stuff on Ramage's Rampage. The proportional one. The U.S. wiped out half of Iran's navy in 8 hours. Yeah, this guy is absolutely hilarious. Oh, Jake McNeese. He is what the Dirty Dozen was based on him and the group he trained. With Lee Marvin and Telly Savalas and all of it. Yeah. McNeese is what they named it on. And but the other one, where I was going to try to find the other one, but the other big hero guy was basically this guy was in Korea. It was in Korea. He led a bayonet charge against the North Koreans because the North Koreans put out pamphlets saying the Americans are afraid to do bayonet charges. And so for his third bayonet charge, he charged up this hill, took the one main hill, and yeah, it was absolutely funny. And he's just talking just like it's almost like having Fluffy give you the history lesson. It is absolutely hilarious. But I was binge watching him today, and he has some really funny videos in there. I guess the puns are just the price you pay for reading the chat. I'm rooting for all of you. Okay, you can't pepper the chat with them. My garden is so. Al's back. My garden is so. Oh, Al's out there. Oh, Al's doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I did my short on my winter garden. It's still the ground's too cold yet. I gotta wait another month.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be if it warms up and stays warm like it looks like it might 30% chance it might, then by May 1st I can start planting stuff. But some others are talking about this is a fake spring we're getting right now. And in a couple weeks or so, 3 or 4 weeks, we're just going to get I almost cussed and used the term be slapped by Mother Nature.
Big problem is a lot of people don't have soil thermometers, and I do. And right now, because it's just warm enough for radishes, parsley, I forgot the other thing I planted. I did a short
Yeah.
on it because the trouble is the ground's too cold. It's still hovering between 40 and 50 degrees. Nothing will germinate in that. It's just too cold.
Well, there are a few, but most people don't grow that stuff.
I tell a lot of people sprout things. Get your little beds, keep them in the house, sprout them. Know what type of plants you could make bedding plants out of. Because I've seen one bed is like, you cannot do that with radishes and onions because they did it wrong and looked horrible. And it ended up, after they transplant, everything died. And they're looking at me, how come it died?
Yeah. Anyway.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Guys, plant a garden. Plant your garden. Get your seeds, plant them, and check the back of your seeds because they, a lot of the good ones will have the information on their ground temperature, germination temperature for the carrots. Germination temperature is 55 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 12 to 23 degrees centigrade. So you can go through, you can read the different stuff on them. Cabbages. The Charleston Wakefield cabbage, 45 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit. So on like this, I don't even have to use the heating. I can't use the heat mat for the seeds. I just got to use room temperature.
Right.
The other cabbage, 45 to 65. 60 to 75 for cauliflower.
Right.
70 to 80 degrees for the Planters Jumbo Cantaloupe. 70 to 80 degrees because temperature.
Right, because a cantaloupe is more tropical, so it needs more warmth in the soil. So that's why I keep telling people soil thermometer, because like cantaloupe, watermelon, yams, they cannot take cold temperatures.
Yeah, and I'm looking here. So all of these, the cantaloupes, the honeydew, the watermelon, 70 to 80 degrees temperature, soil temperature for germination.
Right, because they're based semi-tropical plant.
70 to 85 degrees for the navy bush beans.
Right.
That one's really warm. Lettuce is 50 to 72. So, and if you're going to be putting it on, trying to use a heat mat to get your seeds to germinate, I think you got to heat them up. Let me see if I can get this over here real quick. Bring it up here for you. You want to use a timer. Orders. Oh, hang on. Wrong button. There we go. Oh, yeah. Thermometer. Yeah, I actually ordered a thermometer here. Let's go to orders. See, I ordered a 2-pack of thermometers. It came on the 11th. But timers, there we go. This is the best price on timers around. Hey, Tammy, how's it going? And this is really simple to use. You pull up to turn it off and put all those little tabs. You got half-hour tabs on it. $13 for 2 timers. So I got them on there for heating pads and the grow lights. And I have the heating pads I have it turned on for half an hour, off for an hour, on for half an hour, off for an hour, on for half an hour, off for an hour during the daytime. At nighttime, when it's on, when the the electricity is cheaper. It's on for an hour, off for half hour. And so basically the germination is, oh, warm, cold, warm, cold, warm, cold. Oh, days must be flying by. I better germinate quick. And I got the lettuce to germinate in 18 hours. But yeah, these are, and anybody interested in that timer, there's the link for it for your garden.
Now, I have
All
to
right.
tell people, if you're doing the grow beds outside,
Mhm.
you know, the, what you call, little house, not hut house. You know what I'm talking about, Gil?
Mhm.
The cold frame. You have to insulate the cold frame, because if you only put one layer of insulation or glass sheeting, it
Mhm.
won't keep the plants alive. They die. Like, people don't understand that. They thought, well, I just put wood and put plastic over it and it'll grow. No, it won't. You have to maintain the temperature in a cold frame to
Yeah.
survive all night. I keep telling them, the dark green soda bottles, the 2-liter ones, you put it in there half buried. What it does is the heat of the sun warms the bottle. So all night it stays nice and warm and keeps your seedlings and bedding plants not to freeze or suffer
Yeah.
cold soil.
Yeah, hang on here. Therm thermometer, and make sure I got the right one here. Yield 555. Make sure I got the right. Yeah. Okay. So there's the link for the thermometer, and there's the blow up on the thermometer. So it's a 2-pack of that. It's down to minus 40 degrees. Oh, minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit is the same as minus 40 degrees Celsius. So, and this has a 5-inch stem on it. So that's, you can put it in short for like 2 inches in, and you can push it a little farther to get another reading an hour later. There, you get the reading on it till so you can do whatever you need to do to grow. You make sure the soil's right, so it's the right temperature for whatever it is you're planting.
You got to do something on seed tape. You don't want to waste all those little tiny itty bitty micro seeds. Make your own seed tape with toilet paper, a toothpick, water, and a spray bottle.
Yeah. The on my little I did that a little bit in my little thing, and I had it not on the heating pad, but near it. And the tomatoes were the only thing that would germinate. The cabbage seeds I had in there, and I put the cabbage in the toilet paper, put it in there. They didn't germinate, but the ones I just spread loosely, I took like 4 or 5 of them on each one of my restaurant busing bins and sprinkled it on top. I got like 50% to 60% germination just by sprinkling it on top and just rubbing my hand across it. And because it's 66 degrees in here generally. Yeah, 65 in the 1 bedroom, 66 everywhere else here. And yeah, it's 66 is a good soil temperature for the cabbage to germinate. I just put some lettuce in there. I'm going to see how the lettuce does. Tomorrow, I will. I'm going to be working on that, taking out the other. I'm just going to take out the seeds I put in there to try to germinate in the toilet paper and stuff. And just spread them on one of my other flats, and then I'm going to try the iceberg lettuce here tomorrow. But here's what's cool. This is what I really like about MI Gardener. All right, I can order seeds from Johnny Select Seeds, Baker Creek. The most seeds I think I've ever gotten in a package was 30 seeds. Usually it's 10, 15, 20, or 25. All right. Well, let's look at this. Carrots, 700 seeds. Iceberg lettuce, 1,000 seeds. Beans, the beans, 25 seeds. Watermelon, 30 seeds. Honeydew, 50 seeds. Cantaloupe, 50 seeds. Cantaloupe, 50 seeds. Cantaloupe, 30 seeds for the jumbo cantaloupe. The cauliflower, 300 seeds. The 2 cabbages, 300 seeds. Okay. And these packages are $2 each. The other ones were like $4 to $4.50 to $5, and these are $2 each. M.I. Gardner. And if you order 12 packs of seeds, $24, you use the 10% discount, hashtag grow big from Joe and Courtney, and you still get free shipping, which is $3 and some odd, 85 cents, I think it was. So, yeah. So it's cool. So 12 packs and you get both discounts on it. Yeah, a lot of spares. A lot of spares. A lot of spares that I can use this year, next year, the following year. I can give them to my daughter. I can give some lettuce to Curtis across the way. I can share seeds all over the place. And if you look, all you do is let one plant go to seed, and it's like, oh, I got 5,000 seeds. Lettuce is prolific.
Yeah, true.
Hey, when you did your seed tape, you didn't use 2-ply, did you?
I did 2-ply, and I did 2-ply stripped down to 1-ply.
Okay, I use the cheapest Palm brand from Sam's Club, 1-ply, and yeah, it's super, super, super thin. And I really haven't had a problem germinating anything on that.
Well, the thing is though, it's just that because it was near that the heat mat, evidently it was too warm for the cabbage to germinate, but the tomatoes germinated just fine.
Yeah, and you got to keep it moist.
Oh yeah, it's moist. So basically, here, let me go grab it here for you. That's right over here.
What's up, Al? You
Mark,
keep wanting to say something. Keep cutting me off.
Oh, I moved
you could try this trick. I use rice paper from Hobby Lobby. It's about thin as the toilet paper. You cut little squares, and with a little bit of whatchamacallit, I mash up rice grain, and I put it onto the rice paper, and then I put the microseed on it, and I plant the whole thing. And rice paper and the mashed rice, they dissolve and acts like a fertilizer for the microseed. And I get 100%. Go see my show on the daikon. I get 100% grow rate on that. It's a lot thinner than the the toilet paper, so you have to be really careful on it.
Yeah, rice paper is real thin. I cook, so I know what rice paper is. It's fun to work with, but could be difficult to work with.
Anyways, this is my tray setup. All right, got tray setup.
Yep.
So what I do is let me strip all the water off of it. So I got the paper towel laying down there with the seeds on it. It's wet. This is kept on it, so it keeps the moisture in there. So is it, just in a normal thing, it'll evaporate, it'll collect on the top one, and it'll drip back down again. So I only have to add water maybe once a week at that. And the only thing here, I just put the lettuce in there, and the lettuce already looks like it may sprout tomorrow or the next day. The way it's acting, but the cabbage seed like this, put us in some dirt you want us to germinate.
The worst accident I have, I sneezed and I had all these rice paper dots all over my table. So 350 little dots scattered all over the room that I set up, and I had to go around the room with a pair of tweezers to pick it up because it's really fragile.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. It's like, oh God, it drove me nuts for 2 days.
Yeah. But yeah, the seeds for the lettuce. I mean they are small. They look like yeah, the little tiny. Basically, if you blew it up, it'd be like a black banana. But it's I mean it's eesh, not even a quarter-inch long.
You want to go nuts?
And
Get an eye loop and look for whatchamacallit, winter mustard. It's smaller than a lettuce seed. Do you know how
oh
many hours I had to redo that on rice
oh
paper?
okay, hang on. I just opened up the iceberg lettuce here. And the ice, all right, the other lettuce, which I said was black, that's my Grand Rapids lettuce. The iceberg lettuce here, hang on, let me grab the tweezers.
It should be red, isn't it?
It's like a reddish brown, I think.
I think so too, Mark.
Hang
That's
on
why I
here,
use an eye
so
loop
I
to
can make
see
sure I
where
can
I
hear
was
everybody
doing.
still. So I got the tweezers out of the bathroom here. I'm going to try to get one here, just barely hanging on to it so I don't damage it, where I can hold it up so you can see it. And where's something dark here? Oh, there we go. Let's put this behind it here. So that's the lettuce seed for iceberg lettuce. That is a small seed. I mean, it's just.
I use a toothpick, dip it in a little bit of water, shake it off, and then touch the seed. It sticks to it, and then if the toilet paper or whatever your rice paper is a little bit damp, you just spray it, just spritz it a little bit and touch it. It sticks to it.
Yeah, I have another little tool that came with my my 4-inch and 6-inch cheap plastic pots that are for you put for starting in, and then when it gets to a certain size, then you just squeeze the side, everything comes out, you just stick it in the ground. It's got like it's almost like a pencil, and it's got markings on it for how deep you're going to go into the soil for planting stuff. I generally, it being plastic, it's got enough static electricity. All I got to do is just touch it to the seed, and it sticks on there for about 5-6 seconds. So I touch it, get it over, set it down in.
Oh, I have to tell everybody because local nurseries here in California, because they had to cut back on the gas, 50% of all summer bedding plants are going to be delayed by 2 months.
Yeah.
Because people forget a lot of these bedding plants are grown in gas-fired greenhouses. And guess who said they were carbon footprint? I hate Newsom.
Yeah. And where's we looking? Here's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, CO2 injection into your greenhouse is a big thing because it's plant food.
Yeah. Oh no, but your garden, even though you have no tractor, no rotor tiller, you're producing more. You have a big carbon monoxide footprint than the big farms of all their tractors, their crop dusters, and everything else. It's like, yeah, right.
Yeah, we're 2% of the 0.04% CO2 in the atmosphere, but they'll say it's the 4%, so it's huge. But yeah, it's not.
Yeah, hang on, I'm finding something here for you.
I did a chart from NASA to prove Hubble's cat what percentage of carbon dioxide. It's between 4 to 5%. It's 0.04 or 0.05, depending which year they took the measurement. And a lot of people on the these activists always said it's like 7.8% or 9% point or 10%. I'm looking at them like, we've been all dead since 1979 if it was that much carbon dioxide.
It's 10% of the 0.04%. They don't use that number first. They use the you're 10% of the CO2. No, you're 10%, yeah, of the CO2, which is 0.04%. So, yeah.
All right. So these are
Yep.
some of the pots I get. These are the 6-inch ones. And as you can see, they're crushable, cheap and everything. The 4-inch ones, are good too. But where we go? There we go. The little green thing, the little green one, on the left of there is the one I use. That's the one that has the markings on both ends for how deep you're planting. And the other one you can use for transplanting stuff. But hey, 80 pots for $16. Plus you get the tools. Plus you get 80 little markers so that you can write on of what they are. Not a bad price.
Put that link up because I almost started using all those peat pots, and after listening to you and a couple,
I used peat pots for 2 years, and I went to this stuff instead.
Yeah, I don't need mold in the house.
Yeah. So this is the 6-inch. Let me go back here. Where to go? And the 4-inch, you get 100 of them for $15.
Sweet.
So they're by the same company.
Throw that link up for that one because I need to.
If you click on the other one, you can you click on the 6-inch one. You can go with the. This has. Oh, all right. This has for 19. You get 200 cups. This is a double order. This is a spec. They didn't have this one here before because I was looking at this one over here, which was 4 inch, 104 inches for $15. So this is 204 inches for $19. And it doubles everything. You get all the little things. You get two sets of the tools. Yeah. So this is a 4-inch cup. And this is generally what I put. I'll put the lettuce. I'll put the lettuces in here. I will put the beans in these. The watermelons and cantaloupe I'll put in the 6-inch cups.
Okay.
And of course, if whatever's in the 4-inch cup starts to outgrow it, I got plenty of 6-inch ones. I'll just up pot it. So it's, if it's too cold still, it's like, I'm going to up pot it and I'll move it out later.
I was going to copy paste that link, send it to my wife, and say, "Hey, get me these." Okay.
And put 2.
She's got the Amazon account. I don't.
Okay.
Like I said, folks, bidding plants is going to be like like the Super Bowl game tickets, because they're going to be a big shortage, and I'm planning to do bell peppers, beefsteak tomato, Romanos. I'm going to have about 600 plants at the my nephew's greenhouse on the dairy. So I'm figuring out 600 at $3.25. I'll make my money back. But do you know what they're going to try to sell at the like Lowe's or the local garden shop? Take a wild guess.
I sell for like $8.99 for one tomato plant here in out in Maryland.
Yeah,
it's anywhere from
people buy it.
$7 to $8.95. Just one plant.
Yeah, and if you're buying at the store, there's probably that one plant is probably a if it comes from a corporate nursery, it's not a non-GMO or heritage. It's a GMO one, all screwed up and stuff. And all right, I'm going to get on a thing here. Let me get some water here.
And everybody finds that one 8-inch tomato plant that has 3 tomatoes already growing on it. I'll buy that. And that's all they ever get.
Yeah. Where is it? Come on. Where's my folder? see that one. I see that folder. I don't see the other folder.
Ooh, I found 350 4-inch same pots for $21.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That's
a
the
good
one
deal.
I'm going to set.
Is
All right, honey, you're getting that one as a
all
link.
bookmark.
You know what's the best deal I made was I bought a bed of strawberry plants, and you know how strawberry plants put out what you call it, little
Runners.
runners, and then I just transplant them into the pots, and then it's like I just tripled my money in 2 days. It's like great.
One of the things here that I got this from Joe and Courtney were talking about this the other day, and I got the link from Courtney, and it goes to this press release here. Norfolk healthy produce bullshit on a new purple tomato home gardener seed. And this is from in Davis by UC Davis there in California. I read through this, and they mixed truth with lies.
A lot of lies.
Say it ain't so.
All right, here's your truth. This new variety, all right, contains the purple antioxidants called blah 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 blah. The healthy these I can't make this bigger, can I? No. These this type of antioxidant is the healthy nutrients in blueberries, blackberries, and eggplants. Thanks to bioengineering that combines tomatoes with 2 genes from an edible flower, snapdragons, if they use the right variety that is edible. All right. Yeah, they claim theirs is the only one to have the purple antioxidants. And trying somewhere in here it talks about theirs being here's where they lie. Here's their lie one. Now the way they got these lies is they lied to the people on the survey and they were telling them that these are heirloom seeds, not GMO seeds, because they said I'll be interested in their heirloom. And I said consumers showed that 80% are interested to eat, purchase, and grow purple tomato. If it were heirloom, which this is not. And then they lie here saying that they know that the people they were surveying knew it was bioengineered. Bullshit. And which is also referred to as genetically modified organism, GMOs. Only 5%, if I get it here right, only 5% were not interested. And those were the 5% they actually told it was a bioengineered. And they went, hell no.
That was 5% of the 0.04%. Yeah.
Yeah, that they interviewed.
Yeah.
I got Al laughing his ass off there.
Yeah. Remember, folks, the old movie, The Attack of the Killer Tomatoes? Everybody forget the scene. Everybody forget that scene where the tomatoes came from University Davis Biolab. So think about that, folks.
Yeah, what they mixed with tomatoes and some psychopath. Yeah.
Yeah, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. You want
Yeah. I'm looking down here, the last one here about the companies. Okay. Norfolk Science Plant LD was founded by Professor Kayla Martin, a group leader at the Johns Innes Center and professor at the University of East Anglia, whatever. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, wait. Sainsbury Lab. Yeah. All these different labs and stuff. It's like, So if anybody tries to sell you a purple tomato that does not come from Baker Creek, M.I. Gardner, or one of these ones that are advertised non-GMO, don't take it. Because it's probably from
Right.
these guys here.
I can't remember.
Now,
One of those labs sounds familiar. Is it the one in Maryland or Michigan?
all right. The one lab here. All right. The Johns Inns Center. Not sure where that is. And then the other one was the Salisbury.
I'm trying to remember because it sounds like one of the old biowarfare labs that the CIA used before they went to China.
Oh,
Fort Detrick.
No, Fort Detrick was like in the 1950s. We're looking at.
anyways, also look at the size of these tomatoes though too. These are like cherry tomatoes. That's all the bigger it is. But still, you don't want that anywhere near yours because bees travel up to 5 miles. And if a bee visits, if one of your neighbors has one of these, and the bee visits there and then comes to your house and then pollinates onto yours, guess what? Yours are no longer true. The next generation are going to be mixed GMO with the hybrid, with the heirloom ones. So they're going to be a hybrid that is nasty. And once if they find out that you're growing it and you didn't buy from them, they're going to sue you for copyright infringement and all this other crap. But if you try to say, "Hey, you contaminated my stuff," I'm suing you. They go, "Oh no, you can't sue us because you're the one that took action." It's like, "No, I didn't. I didn't steal your stuff. You put your stuff out there that's in an open environment." All right, thank you, Stephanie. So that one is in England. Fortunately, several countries have banned the GMO seeds. Unfortunately, too many people here are on the take in Congress to ban it here, which is to be great if all of a sudden they banned all GMO and bioengineered seeds and stuff like that, where they're mixing two plants together.
Or catfish or rattlesnake or what was the other one? Oh, for silk and goats. And what else did they do?
They're mixing it. I know they did a spider and the genes from the silkworm to a spider to try to get a stronger, and more quickly produced silk strand from a spider instead of from a silkworm.
Transplanted to a goat to make whatchamacallit.
Oh, in the milk. Yeah. That story was back about 3 years ago.
That's nasty.
It is. And then what was they were? Oh, the Doritos lawsuit because Doritos were having. You know how much MSG is in Doritos? That's more than Chinese food. And then the other lawsuit was they were using GMO corn for Doritos. You ever wonder how come it's so addicting? GMO corn and MSG. What do you think people will be running around eating those bags all the time?
But they're so good.
Yeah, it's the cocaine in them. I mean, it's a modified corn that's been modified and crossbred with cocaine.
It helps me walk uphill both ways to school every day with one boot, sharing it with my sister. Yeah, in the snow.
Yeah, and remember, it has a little bag, lunch-size bag of Doritos has more modified starch in it, and it has more, MSG in it than Chinese food. You go to Panda Express, you could look it on Google. They had Panda Express meal, one of the little cartons, and they had a little lunch bag of Doritos. Which was more toxic, Panda Express or the Doritos?
Doritos, but I wouldn't eat either one of them.
Well, here's one for you. Pringles. let's see, dried potatoes, vegetable oil, corn, cottonseed, high something or other, soybean. Soybean is bad for men, period. Soybean is bad for men. So it's got this high whatever type soybean oil and or sunflower oil. Then it has germinated
yellow corn flour, cornstarch, rice flour, maltodextrin, mono and diglycerides, salt, wheat, whatever.
Yeah. And here's the poison.
And potatoes.
Yeah. And here's the poison. This maltodextrin. I've been talking about this for the last year or so. How bad you can look maltodextrin up. Just Google it, and you should. If it pops up the WebMD, WebMD doesn't slam much food stuff. They slam this. Doritos ingredients. Let's see what's in Doritos. Oh, let's see. Monosodium glutamate. I want to find the actual list, but it also has maltodextrin, has some stuff in it. But let's see if I can find. Here we go. Corn, and it's not non-GMO corn. It's GMO corn. Vegetable oil, sunflower, canola, and old corn oil. Maltodextrin is the second dry ingredient on there.
But it's made from corn. It's okay.
Yeah, but to get maltodextrin, do you know how much they have to process it? It is so thin, it'll go through the lining of your stomach, and it'll make it into your bloodstream before it gets digested.
And less than 2% of the following. Oh, all the good stuff. Well, except for monosodium glutamate.
Yeah.
So 98% is crap. Less than 2% is eh.
Yeah, right. But less than 2%, even if it is 2%. So salt, cheddar cheese, which that's the cultures, whey, monosodium glutamate, buttermilk, Romano cheese is 6, and then another Romano cheese, and that's not all of it. There's some other ingredients. So I mean, you're looking at like 16% in this other stuff. So that means that the rest of it up there is 84% between those three things. And I bet you the like you could have this the corn could be 35%, the vegetable oil could be 30%, and the maltodextrin is going to be 25%. But yeah, if you're going to grow your own stuff, this is another reason to grow your own stuff.
Big time.
Yeah.
World Garden Save America. Because I've been reading old cookbooks, and not a lot of people ate junk food back in the 50s and 30s. They ate home cooking.
Yeah.
There was no junk food back then. That all started in the 50s and 60s to, yeah.
And here's the thing. It really, the junk food part didn't start in the 50s and 60s. It was in the 70s and 80s when McDonald's and White Castle started changing their stuff, and these bean pinching drug peddlers, accountants were saying, hey, if we do this to it, we will save money on making our buns. And if we add some sugar to it, it'll make it more addicting to people. So they'll like our buns and hamburgers better than they will Burger King's. And so they do that. And then Burger King does the same thing. Then Jack in the Box follows along. White Castle's going, crap, we got to do it too.
That's why the bread you buy at the store lasts in the bag on the counter for like 2 weeks before it goes moldy. But the stuff I made on Sunday, if I don't eat it and just leave it on the counter in a Ziploc bag, it's moldy by Wednesday.
Yeah.
Right. I remember in the old days when McDonald's was, family franchise, and it had real hamburger. remember before the 1960s, it says 100% all American beef.
Yeah,
But
now
if
it
you
just
take
is
a McDonald's,
beef.
Yeah.
kind of. If you take a McDonald's hamburger to a food lab, it's 60% of pink slime, beef
Oh, but
byproducts.
that happened, but they've been because they were dimed out on that. They're changing stuff around, and so they went and changed back. Now they're going to be changing to something else other than pink slime, and we got to keep our eyes out for what that is.
It's purple slime,
You
different
don't
color.
want to know.
Yeah, it's purple slime made from
Made from
these,
pink slime.
no, it's purple slime made from these crap. I lost. I don't have it up here anymore, so I can't.
It's 100%
do it.
GMO vaccinated cow. Yeah.
No, from the purple tomato, from the purple tomatoes, the GMO purple potatoes. I mean tomatoes that are, that are part Snapdragon.
You don't want to know what's in the chicken McNuggets. Of
There's
course,
no
my
chicken
nephews
in it.
don't eat my lamb nuggets either.
Okay.
After lambing season,
And you froze.
Squirrel moment here. When I was trying to find that other thing, I accidentally found the other the guy that should have had three not one of the other guy that did the fixed bayonet charges in Korea. That was Lewis Millet. They came down from all the generals saying, you cannot do another bayonet charge because you are a target now because you have the Congressional Medal of Honor.
Has anybody ever seen those little English sparrows jumping around the McDonald's parking lot back in the day? Eating you throw them French fries, they eat it, they love it. Now, most of them don't fly, and half of them won't eat the stuff.
Yeah.
right?
Well,
They got smart.
9/10 of them are dead.
Yep.
Yep. An English sparrow was an invasive pest. What killed them is you feed them McDonald's. That's why I tell people don't eat at McDonald's. It's like the new version of the Big Mac. I like their sauce. The Big Mac sauce, I did a reconstruction of it. I made it at home. It's a lot better. But what they're doing to the Big Mac right now, I would not feed that. I'll probably give it to prisoners or illegal aliens. It's like,
All right.
God, what the
Yes,
hell did
I'm gonna,
they-
guys.
burger?
I'm gonna have to try this.
Doritos
See
are
if
highly flammable.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. I'm opening my small bag of Doritos here. I need to start a fire. I broke the eyebrows off my face.
It works. Pretty much.
I know. No, I know. The Lay's potato chips because of all the oil in it. I know that makes a good fire starter.
Yep. Pringles.
So does
Anything
Fritos.
that has so much oil in it that you just put a match to it or a lighter, and they just flame up.
Yeah.
Don't breathe the smoke, especially
No.
Fritos. It burns black.
Mhm.
I tried that one. That was scary as hell. I thought, why is it producing black smoke?
I wouldn't
My
want to
fire
start my
starters don't
fire
produce-
with that.
I won't start a cooking fire with Fritos. It scared the hell out of me. There was black smoke coming from it.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh, man.
Here we go.
Got a little indigestion going there.
All righty. What else here? Yeah. So garden. Check around. You can probably find some. You can find 30-gallon or 55-gallon barrels that have had dish soap in them. Everybody's afraid to use those for gardening, but if it's the dish soap they use at restaurants, It's the same. That's the soap they use to wash your dishes with. So you just rinse that barrel out really good, and you can use it for gardening. You cut it in half. You got two 15-gallon barrels or pots, or you got two 27.5-gallon pots, depending on whether it's 30 or 55-gallon barrels.
Same. I think I mentioned the same with the washer fluid barrels at dealerships and that. Mm-hmm. It's alcohol, blue dye, and water. That's all it's in it. You rinse them out real well. I've used those for years. I use them for water barrels, for rain barrels, and you just rinse them out. It's just the blue dye that comes out. The alcohol evaporates. You're left with the blue dye number, whatever number it is. But
you got to be careful of that blue dye stuff. Also, the orange dye too. That stuff's nasty. All right. I think I got it here. We're quarter after, so we went a little long, and my stomach's going gurgly, 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 gurgly. I am Montezuma. I am coming. I'm going to get you. So I'm going to wrap it up here, but let me get the thing up here. There we go. So coming up tomorrow on Camp Patton Family Compound, we're talking electric fences. Yes, electric fences. Yeah, the ones they're putting around the FEMA re-education camps. No, we're talking about the ones they're putting around your chickens to keep the foxes and stuff from getting to your chickens, and the ones to keep your cows in check. So we're talking about livestock electric fences. Saturday on. Actually, see if I can bring this up here over here. I gotta show this. I'm really proud of what I did on this one. Tuesday on here on Grayman Prepping for Survival Saturday. There it is in the middle. Life is hard. Woman up. All right. It's out there already. Okay. So you guys can go, click the notify me, and you'll get an email when I start the 5-minute countdown. So that's on Saturday. Monday, we're going to be doing canning breads, cakes, and brownies.
Yes. Yeah. I may not be there for the weekend ones, but I will be there on Monday.
Yeah. So so that's what we're talking about on Monday. And of course, Saturday and Monday start at 8:00 Eastern. Tuesday and Friday start at 10:00 Eastern. And of course, midnight. Let's see here. What else we got here? Tuesday. I changed the title of it. It's the same topic, but I changed the title of it. It was going to be when the bullets run out. I changed it to when the freedom seeds are all gone. So that's on Tuesday. That's what's coming up there.
Hey, Idaho Garden Girl just said, I think McDonald's rejected the GMO potatoes. Yeah, they did. But it's not the potatoes that are the GMO and the problem. It's the oils and the stuff they spray on them before they freeze them.
Yeah. Yeah. And so what is it? Yeah, and the McDonald's buns have extra sugar in the dough. That's why they're so sweet and taste so great.
And they never go moldy, ever.
Yeah.
All right, Gil, you have a good night. I got to roll.
All right. All right, everyone. So stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Don't let it get you down in the dumps. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps. Water, food, medicine, clothing, skills. Learn at least one new skill every month, and plant an indoor garden. I have a feeling prices are even going to go up even higher in the stores near the end of March, start of April. All right. Take care, and I'll see you around.